In this video, I am going to give you a comprehensive guidance for the November 23 exams. Whether you're a final student CA or CA inter students, both of you can watch it. One disclaimer, please do not skip any part of this video because I'm going to cover so many topics like whether you have to write a single group or both the groups. Till date, honestly, I have never made this much comprehensive guidance video ever. So I'm giving you, since November exam is going to be last attempt under old scheme, I want every one of you to be very, very serious. You have to clear at any cost. Okay. So final student, how to give one group or both. And I'm also going to give you thumb rule, how many hours exactly you require. And I'm also going to give you certain set of instructions. What are the carefulness, what are the instructions that you should follow? Okay. So all that. So let us start without any other discussion. And please listen to this video throughout without skipping any part of it. Now, so it's called as challenge 90 days. I'm naming it as challenge 90 days. You have to take this challenge, not immediately, but with effect from July 16th onwards. So what is this 90 days exactly means? July 15th onwards till October end. July 16th onwards till end of the October, we are having approximately 107 or 8 days. Okay, more than 105, or I can say 107 or 108 days. You can calculate it. So August 31, September 30, October 31, and we have July, which is again another some 16 or 17 days. Now, out of which, since the second half of any calendar year will have too many festivals, and obviously everyone will have to take certain breaks for the festival like Dasara, Diwali, whatever. Okay. So let us assume out of this 107, 108, some 17, 18 days, you cannot focus at all. You cannot, definitely. Definitely, for every for every 5 or 6 days of preparation, one full solid day, you must need a break. Remember, in this video, it's not just about how to study, how to plan. No, it's not just about that. I want you to be productive. You have, according to me, 90 productive days. More accurately, you are having 900 productive hours. According to me, productive hours means, suppose I sat in study hours or home, whatever. Okay, I just sat with the book, opened the book, I'm just staring at it and thinking of something else. This is not productive study. There are some students who sit before the books for 14, 16, 18 hours, but do hardly 6 to 7 productive hours of preparation. I don't want you to sit too long where your mind is passive. Have 10 hours schedule in a day, not more than 10. Ideally, your brain cannot work more than 10 hours with proper rest. See, you have to plan everything. You have to, like, you have to spend time with family, you have to spend time with friends, you have to spend time with updating your latest developments, you have to spend time decently for the purpose of exams. Okay, so 10 hours productively you have to spend every day. 10 hours. How to plan this 10 hours? I will tell you. See, very simple. You can plan this 10 hours in 10 hours in such a way. Every day, how to plan 10 hours. Okay. You can have 1 hour 15 minutes slots. For every 1 hour 15 minutes, you have to take 15 minutes to half an hour break. For every 1 hour 15 minutes, you have to take 15 minutes to half an hour break. You need not wake up early morning. I'm telling you, you need not. If at all you're waking up early in the morning, it's a very good habit. Good of you. If at all not, need not regret. Okay. So assuming you're waking up by 8 a.m. Okay. And assuming you can start the schedule by 8:30. First slot alone, 1.5 hours you study. Second slot, start at 10:30 to 11:45. Here's some 1 hour 15 minutes. Third slot, 12 o'clock to 1:15. Here another 1 hour 15 minutes. This is morning slot where 30 minutes, 31, totally 4 hours you have studied productively. I'm telling you, productively you have studied. And assume that before day you slept sound sleep, no interruptions at all. Next, afternoon, from 1:15 to 3:45. You please take a long break. Yes, 2.5 hours break is compulsory. Have lunch. Just do, just walking, slight walking. Sleep for at least some 60 minutes to 90 minutes. 1 hour to 1.5 hours you have to sleep. This is called power nap. Very, very important. Believe it or not, every day I sleep for 1.5 hour in the afternoon time, right from my CPT. Getting it right when I'm studying from CA Foundation onwards, I always sleep in the afternoon for 1.5 hour, which will give me immense amount of energy for working in the second half of the day. Next, so assuming that you are starting by 3:45. By the way, this is only a suggested timetable. This need not be exactly followed. Depending upon your own requirement, you prepare your own timetable. Now 3:45 to 5:15. Now after long break, you can again prepare for 1.5 hour at a stretch. Remember, so 1.5 hour again 5:45 to 7. Okay, 1.25, like 1 hour 15 minutes, nothing but 1.25 hour. Then again 7:15 to 8:30. Getting it again 1.25 hour. Then assuming many students will eat dinner, they go for dinner around at 9:30. Getting it 8:30 to 10 o'clock is break. 8:30 to 10 is a break. Now or maybe 9:30, you can take 1 hour dinner break. So again coming back by 9:30 to I can say 10:45. So again 1 hour 25 minutes. 11 to 12:30, 1.5 hour. So I think you will get here 4 plus approximately here 6. Total is 6, approximately close to 6. So totally you can easily plan in a day 10 hours without continuously spending on the books. See, you are having so many breaks for every slot. So if you study like this, what happens is your productivity, your retention capability will be very high. The reason is very simple. If you study with proper breaks, what happens is every slot you give your best, because you're not thinking about your mobile, you're not thinking about any other disturbance, you're not thinking, because every 1 hour 15 minutes you're having a break, solid break you're having, 15 minutes to half an hour break. So in such a case, what happens is naturally that 1 hour 15 minutes you give real focus, your mind will be very focused. And again you see here night 12:30, by 1 o'clock you're going to bed. Again morning in the 8 o'clock, you're only 7:45, 8 only you're about to wake up. Some 6.5 to 7.5 solid sleep you're having. Again in the afternoon you're having 1 hour. So in a day you can happily sleep for 8 to 9 hours. And other chores also you can happily plan. Getting it? You need not compromise on anything. Now immediately here some students, sir, I'm pursuing articleship. What is the timetable for me? See, for you need to at least spend 4 hours. Like now I need to tell you first about thumb rule. Okay, so let us first look at the thumb rule that you need to immediately decide upon. Fine. So many students are having this query, sir, I failed in both the groups. CA Inter students example, sir, I failed in both the groups in the May, or I am going to write for the first time in November only. Which means now the question which is commonly asked is, sir, can I write only group 1 and in the group 2 any 2 papers, paper 6 or paper 7 or 8, among this 7 or 8 any one subject. So any 2 papers they want to get exemption. Some students are asking, can I prepare both the groups in the next 4 months? Is 4 months time sufficient? Don't talk in months language, don't talk in days language, talk in hours language. Be accurate. Know exactly how much time you require. Check how much time available, plan accordingly. Getting it? Don't blabber like 4 months time, 3 months time, 3.5. No, be accurate. So this is one query. Some CA Inter students were there who qualified one group, okay, in the recent May, and they're having pending other group. So about them. And final students also, should I write only one group? Should I write or either group 2 or group 1, or should I go for both the group? 4 months time is available. Now in order to take a decision here, like see, if I tell you to ask me a question on this, so many n number of questions will come. Okay, since honestly speaking, after the result, approximately more than 1200 students would have communicated with me. More than 1200 students I would have been texted with. Getting it? It may be in the form of admission or result sharing, whatever. 1200 plus students have communicated with me, imagine. So I cannot answer each and every one's query regarding their planning. So here I'm giving you a thumb rule. Just a minute. Yes. So here I'm gonna give a thumb rule for you. Whether you have to write single group or both the groups, CA Inter or CA Final. What is the thumb rule? First thing, have you finished proper coaching? Proper coaching means what? Have you completed proper coaching means what? Like by attending the coaching classes, after finishing your coaching classes, you are having very decent clarity on the entire syllabus, entire concepts. You are having clarity. Only thing is, you just listened and left. You just left it. Okay. So, or maybe in the recent exam, you have understood that many chapters that you don't know properly, you did not understood properly, which means proper coaching is not there. Okay. Suppose if at all you think that you have been to proper coaching, remember, just because attending coaching classes doesn't mean you have listened properly. Have you completed proper coaching means have you listened to the lectures whatever you have taken correctly? That is my question. If the answer is no, then the hours that is required is completely different. The hours that is required where you do not have any coaching means you need to have a proper self preparation. Believe me, many students think self-preparation takes lots of time. Logically, whether I attend coaching classes and prepared on my own later on revision or directly started preparing on my own right from the CA Institute material, both will take similar time. Even if you want to start completely on your own, initial 1 or 2 chapters in a particular subject may take little time for you, but later on your speed gradually increases, remember. Okay. Or even if you go to coaching class and then do revise, it will also have same time. Getting it? Coaching and revision, no. Initially it appears very easy. Later it becomes little difficult. Whereas in self-preparation, no. Initially it appears difficult, but later it will be easy. I'm honestly telling you. Look, I'm running a coaching institute. In spite of it, I'm telling self-preparation is best preparation means you need to understand. Getting it? But if at all you don't want to do, you don't want to take such a kind of risk, if at all you are a CA Inter student, trust in us. Keep trust in us. We have subscription model in CA Into. You just open our website or our application. Above there is a white logo, rest of a CA-CMA. Inside that subscription model is there, group 1, group 2, both the group CA Into. And you take it, listen classes from the very first chapter in each subject from the fundamental level. Even though you are a repeater, don't directly start from the chapter of your choice. We have made a structure, we made a particular structure. So in the same structure, if you listen to the classes, believe me, the way you are going to get clarity is enormous. I'm challenging, we are having the best product in the industry in terms of the coaching classes. Okay, fine. Anyhow, so but above all this, self-preparation is best, believe me. If you are having doubt on your personal ability, then only come to this option. So we have given certain thumb rules. Suppose if you are a CA final student and you decided to go with only one group for November. See, if at all you have not decided. If at all you have not decided, I told you, you are having only 900 hours of productive time. Only 900 hours of productive time calculated from 16th July. This is the only time left for you. Now, if at all you have not yet decided whether to write single group or both groups, based on this thumb rule, decide. Suppose if at all you have already completed entire coaching, whether you are group 1 or group 2 or both, whatever, you have completed coaching, there is nothing left to take coaching further. Then 500 hours of time is required for single group of CA final student who already finished coaching just to revise. Suppose if at all you have not taken coaching, 850 hours is what required, which means now immediately here student will have a doubt. Sir, if I completed coaching, only preparation time you are saying 500 hours. Suppose if at all I have not completed coaching, now I need to take coaching and preparation, both together you are saying 850. How come, sir? See, if I take coaching now and immediately if I prepare, what happens is, see, if at all you have already finished coaching long back, and now if you are opening the book and revising it, honestly speaking, taking coaching is a mode of preparation. Many students differentiate coaching and revision. They think coaching is different, preparation is different. See, you are preparing through a coaching method. Coaching is a method of preparation. Able to understand? What you do after coaching is only a revision. And how to do that revision also, there is a technique. We have a technique called cumulative revision, which is scientifically beautiful technique. Okay, I'll show you later. Now, so that is the reason. So if at all you are going to take freshly coaching and immediately revising, 850 hours is enough. And you remember, you are having 900 hours. and you require 850 hours for clearing single group confidently, means you are in the safe zone right now. You are in the safe zone. If at all November attempt is your target for CA final and you have not yet taken any single class, now even if you take classes for all the subjects of single group and revise it, this is the maximum time it takes. Believe me, this is true. Getting it? So next one, if at all both the groups, if you want to plan both the groups, 1000 to 1100 hours is what you require to revise. Assuming you've already completed coaching. Now you are having almost 900 hours. 10% variation, not a big deal, you can manage. So if at all you are planning both the groups and already finished coaching, remember you already finished proper coaching, you have a decent exposure in all the chapters. This is the time you require. Now some students are asking, when they ask me straight away, I say no. I don't even speak encouragingly. Why? Because when something is not at all practical, I don't speak encouragingly. Suppose if you want to start afresh from the scratch, either self-preparation or through coaching, both the groups of CA final, is it possible? Ideally speaking, not. It is not possible. Unless if a student can study every day 16 hours productively. Productively 16 hours, if at all a student is able to do, definitely he can do. Otherwise, it is not possible. Let us be practical. Getting it? Fine. Now same way here with CA Inter. If at all one group only you are targeting for November, if at all you have not yet taken coaching, or if your coaching classes is not proper, after writing the exam, if at all you are a repeater, after writing the May paper, you realize that you don't know many concepts. In such a case, take coaching and revise it immediately. 700 hours. Both the groups means this much time, but we are only having 900 hours in hand. Remember, we are only having 900, so both the groups is not possible. Now 700 hours only for single group, no, right? Like starting from scratch till revision 700. We are having 200 hours left, no. You can happily plan minimum one subject in another group exemption. You can happily plan for that. Minimum one subject or two subjects, depending upon your speed of learning. Otherwise, if at all you already went through coaching classes, just revision only, spending 400 hours is enough. You can happily plan both the groups, because 900 hours is what you are having. You already completed coaching. First time you are going to write, or you are a repeater. You felt that your coaching was fabulous earlier. Now you only have to revise. Then both the groups you can plan. CA inter student, both the groups you can plan if at all coaching is completed. So whether you are a final student or inter student, if at all coaching is completely done, already a basic learning has already been completed, only revision is pending, logically speaking, you can plan both the groups. Rest all other students plan for single group and one or two subjects in the other group. You can target for that. Now here some students will sir, we are a college goers regular, so we only get leave 1 month before the exam, or we are in articles, we only get leave 1 month before the exams. In such a case, plan for single group. Every day dedicate 4 hours. Every day dedicate 4 hours. If you are not able to dedicate 4 hours every day, don't plan for November attempt. Every day 3 to 4 hours you dedicate, and 1 month before exam take leave. Happily prepare one group, you can happily clear. So that's about the thumb rule. So now you just think of your situation. Okay, if at all I would have covered some 3 or 4 cases only here, so you might have been falling under some other situation. Just think of how many hours I have, how many hours I need. Based on this, you just think of it and accordingly plan your schedule, please. Okay, next. Now, so this is the thumb rules based on which you can decide about whether to go for single group or whether to go for both the groups. Suppose, now let me make it one more thing clearly. Okay, just a minute. So I think you are clear with the thumb rule and time availability and how many hours you require. So accordingly, you can plan single or both, or one group plus 2 subjects, your choice. Next, what are the instructions? Now, almost every time I get these questions, sir, like how to improve our focus and how to improve our consistency. How should we revise? Even though I am revising, I'm unable to remember. I am studying. At the time of listening class, it is very good. But later, after a few days, if I open the book again, I'm numb, like unable to recognize anything. So these are some frequent queries which many students ask me. Fine. Before all that, my best, one of the best thing which I discovered is 2/3 syllabus learning. What is 2/3 syllabus learning? You might have heard about ABC analysis, right? Yes. That is absolutely bullshit. That is not a correct idea at all. Right from my CA foundation, I'm telling you openly, Nobody have told me. I discovered this on my own. Like my analysis is like this always. See, 120 marks is a paper and we have to write for 100 marks. And there are many students, especially who got all India ranks. They are getting 90 plus marks in many subjects, which means if we write the answer correctly, 90 percentage we can score easily. 80 to 90 percentage we can score, right? At least, if not 90. So if at all we write most accurate answer, complete answer, not only correct. Remember, your answer is not only correct, your answer should also be complete. Some students test me, sir, I wrote correct answer, but institute did not allot marks, or they just gave 1 mark for 4. You might have wrote correct answer, but that is not complete answer. Okay, in audit I give this example always, disqualification example, because this is something which every one of you can relate with. You know, there is a concept, holding company, subsidiary company. You know, a person or his relative or his partner, if at all he is holding shares in the company, they are disqualified. This is what every student writes. But what is the actual provision? A person or relative or his partner is holding any securities in the company or holding company or subsidiary company or associate company or subsidiary of its holding company, then the person is disqualified. This is the complete answer. You wrote correct answer, but that is not complete. So that's how in every provision, whether it is a taxation paper or accounts paper, in accounts working notes, note points, no, they don't write completely properly. So your answer should not only be correct, it should also be complete. Sir, how to remember like that? How can we give complete answers like what you said? I'm going to talk about that. Okay. Now, so my analysis is 120 marks. The syllabus that we have is for 120 marks. So outrightly we have 20 marks choice. So 100% syllabus need not be prepared. By the way, I'm talking from those who are aiming for qualifying. Those who are aiming for ranks, you should not be listening to this. Why? Because 4 months time only you are having. Not even for 90 days only you are having. Within 90 days, studying and getting rank is little difficult task. I'm not saying impossible, little difficult. Okay, unless you are an extreme hard worker, unless you work some little number of hours. Generally, those who are getting ranks, I know, I have studied, I have analyzed many of them. They have started preparation. They have prepared for more than 6 months. They have prepared for more than 150 days. Only revision time, I'm telling you. Not coaching. Excluding coaching, 150 to 180 days they would have spent. Only they got the rank. If you want, you can just inquire. Majority of them have spent enormous amount of time. Now I'm talking about 90 days for qualifying with decent marks. Getting it? So 120, 20 is already choice, 100. I don't want 90 marks for 100. I just want 55 plus. Now, if you want to score 55 marks, it is enough if you attempt 80 marks, 75 to 80 marks if you are able to attempt, 75 to 80 marks if you are able to attempt. If at all you are able to attempt 100% accurate answer for 70 to 80 marks, you will get 60 plus. You will get 60 plus for sure. But I don't want you to write accurate answer also. What I'll do, divide the syllabus into 3 parts. Suppose divide the syllabus into 3 parts. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. What is Part 3? Identify lengthiest chapter. Lengthiest chapters you identify. Now, these weightage must be 20 marks to 40 marks. In the exam, these chapters weightage is minimum 20, maximum 40. These chapters, lengthy chapters means what again? It's not about pages. It's about the time that will take. These chapters, if you prepare, suppose generally, let us assume advanced accounting is there in CA Inter. If you are a final student, take FR paper. We have something called consolidation. We have something called amalgamation. We have something called partnership. We have so many other chapters. Accounting standards, Indies, all that. You felt, sir, consolidation is so big. Partnership is so big. They both only are taking approximately 50 hours for me to practice. Consolidation, partnership alone is taking 50 hours for me to practice. If I remove them in my preparation, I can, remaining part of the advanced accounts, I can happily finish within 60-70 hours and revise it also happily. In such a case, part 2, 3, consolidation, partnership, keep it aside. Throw it away. Now immediately here for some students come and tell me, Sir, in the last attempt consolidation, 30 marks question came, sir. You know, everybody whoever left consolidation felt bad. They are feeling bad. 30 only, no, not for 90 marks. No, consolidation is not asked for 90, no. 30 only. Remaining 90 you prepared, no. What you did? The problem with every one of us is we do not write perfectly, not even single question. We should be feeling ashamed of it. Instead of writing at least 40-50 marks perfect answers, we are targeting 100 marks of the paper. Believe it or not, in my CA final, I gave audit 75 marks and I got 59. FR I attempted for 50 only, I got 41. Believe me, 50 only I attempted, 41 I got. Sir, why you couldn't attempt? I did not prepare much. Okay, only for 50, only half syllabus I covered, went and wrote that half syllabus. SFM I wrote for 70, got 52. Okay, AMA, now it is SCMP in final. In my AMA, I wrote for 85, 74 I got. 74 I got. Only because of the accuracy of my answers. Whatever I wrote in exam, 100% accurate. I'm very clear. I'm very clear about what I'm doing. Always have that clarity in your life, in your studies, everywhere. You must have clarity. Okay. So, rest all other chapters, prepare 100% accurately. What is ABC analysis? Within chapter, A category, B category, C category concept. C category students are leaving. Now, what is risk in this method? If at all in exam, C category is only tested in every chapter. They want to make tough. You ignored everywhere C category. Very risky. But if at all you ignore any 30 to 40 marks weighted chapters, rest 70-80 marks of the paper, if you 100% prepared properly, anyhow the question can be tested. You can answer. Remember, you always can easily score 55 plus. This is called 2/3 strategy. This is called 2/3 preparation strategy. If you want, check my inquire with our students. I always recommend them 2/3 preparation strategy. 99.999%. In fact, 100%. Any type of exam, any level of difficulty, 2/3 strategy will save you. And one more thing, you know, since you are leaving 1/3 syllabus, almost 50 hours of preparation time reduces. 1/3 syllabus you can happily leave. Rest 2/3 you have to be the best. When syllabus reduced a lot, your stress also will reduce. By the way, if at all you completed 2/3 in the next, whatever the period, still you are having some 20-30 days, then focus on the remaining 1/3 also. I'm not asking you to leave it permanently. First, focus on finishing 2/3 of the syllabus in every subject. Only after finishing 2/3 in every subject, then only come for the remaining 1/3 in each subject. Some students, what they do, they take 2 subjects and 100% they prepare. By the time they prepare 100%, 2.5 months gone. 1 month only left. Sir, still I'm having 2 subjects, nothing I prepared, 2 subjects fully over. Why should you end up like that? Now, which 1/3 I should ignore is the question. Whenever I say prepare 2/3 strategy, prepare 2/3 of the syllabus, some students immediately text me, sir, which 1/3, sir? Can you select me the chapters? I will not select. You have to select. Some students may feel consolidation is very time taking. Some students feel amalgamation is time taking. Some students feel liquidation is time taking. Some students feel some other chapter is time taking. You should figure out according to your understanding which chapter is time taking for you. Identify. Now, what is the total weightage of these chapters? 30 to 40 marks. Keep it aside. Rest all other. Please prepare them honestly, sincerely, 100%. Don't even leave one word, one line. Next. Cumulative revision, I'll come to that now. Okay, I'll come to that. Strictly do not follow multiple sources or do not try to get guidance from multiple people. If you believe one person, yes, you felt somebody is genuine. You're watching my video now. You felt that I'm giving you a genuine advice and realistic advice. Stick to me. Stick to my videos. Believe me, whether you require it or not, I know when to put a video on the YouTube. Because I can see the pulse of the students across. Getting it? Because I can see the discussions that are happening in our groups, all that, in our app groups, all that. So I know the pulse. So when to release a video so that you will be boosted up. Okay, so don't follow multiple guidances, follow any one. If you do not believe me, if you do not feel that mine is a realistic approach, ignore it. Don't even look back again. Either do this or that. That's it. Getting it? And one more thing, never go for test series. Instead of test series, mock test is the best approach. Attempting mock test will give you really a decent writing practice. But chapter wise test, topic wise test, once, 2 days once a test, this and all is a business. This is a very big business, I'm telling you. Getting it? Test series, many students are unable to clear. Very few students can stick to the schedule given by the test series. Now, in fact, in test series, what is best method, unscheduled test series. Unscheduled means what? At your interest, whenever you feel to write, you can write that time. That is best. Scheduled test series I never recommend. Why? Because the way, the order in which you prepare the subject, you took coaching for a particular subject, the order, that is different. The order in which test series center is conducting exam is different. So the learning order is different from the examination order. And moreover, remember, writing 100 marks at a time, entire syllabus, the attitude mindset is different from writing each and every chapter. Many think that 1000 miles journey will also start only from single step. No, don't apply here. This is about learning. Understand? It's not journey. It's about learning. Getting it? So first unscheduled test series means you can write it whenever you want to. So when you are preparing, no, you prepared 1/3 syllabus. You know which chapters that falls under your own 1/3 schedule. From those chapters, get a question paper from the test series for unscheduled one. Getting it? So earlier I used to say not at all to test series. Now you can go for unscheduled test series. But we don't conduct any test series. Sorry. If at all you think we are having unscheduled test series, no, we don't have any test series. We don't want to go into. We are giving CA inter coaching, CM inter coaching, CA final auditing, and we wanted to be the best in that. That's why we don't have multiple products with us. Okay, fine. So that unscheduled test is better. And in the last month of your preparation, September end to October end, compulsorily go and write mock test. By the way, I forgot to mention one point. When I'm calculating time available, I only considered up to 31st October. If at all you're planning only for group 2, you are having 90 to 100 hours extra. Only group 2 is pending. You are having 1000 hours of time. Happily you can finish it off. You don't even have any right to worry. Okay. That's it. So I think I spoke on this. Target I spoke. Next. Suppose you decided to go for some coaching classes, or you decided to prepare on your own based upon YouTube marathons and all. Generally, preparing based on marathons, I don't recommend. Why? Because here misguidance will be very high. Whatever is covered in the marathon only you read. Generally, you just think of your past experience. You might have wrote foundation, or you might have wrote recently and failed. Just think of whatever topics covered in the marathon, you generally cover them only. In marathon, we cover only 50 to 60%. We don't cover 75-80%. Remember. Okay, so be careful. Now, when you're listening to the revision classes, or when you're listening to any lectures, suppose you decided to join in some coaching because you want to have a proper structured learning. Listen to the classes at standard speed. Listen them. Do this one exercise. Take some tough concept, tough video on the YouTube. Try to listen at 1.5 times speed. 3 times you listen. Later, listen the same video at 1 time standard speed. Believe me, you will see a massive difference. When you try to finish videos at a higher standard, higher than standard speed, higher playback speed, when you watch, what happens? You finish the video. You think you can revise better. Some students think, no, sir, at least we should revise 3-4 times. It's not about how many times. It's about with what level of effectiveness you revise. If you do one proper revision, believe me, you are going to do miracles. Believe me. It's not number of revisions. It's not. Only rankers require 2 to 3 revisions. Only if you're aiming for rank. Rankers and all, no, they don't revise 4-5 times. A normal student who failed, he also revised it 2 times. And all India first ranker also revised it 2 to 3 times. You see their interviews, they revised it 2 or 3 times. Failed student also revised it 2 times. No, which is correct? He revised it 2 times, he revised it. What is it? It's about the quality of revision. It's not number of times. It's about the quality of revision. Getting it? So, listen to the lectures at standard speed. If at all you're listening to the lectures, remember, listening to the classes is a way of preparation. Listening to the classes and preparation is not different. They both are one and same. After you finish the classes, what comes next is revision. That revision should be very neat, very careful, very detailed. Don't make yourself hurry. Hey, I should finish first revision, immediately go for second revision, third revision. No, finish once properly without hurry. So for that, what idea I discovered, cumulative revision. Cumulative revision. So what is cumulative revision? How to revise productively? I always tell this. Revision means something that revision means what? Reading the same concept while we still remember. Understand this. Keep this in mind. Reading the same concept while we still remember the concept. That is called revision. But generally, what many students do, they prepared that concept long ago. Now they forgot. So in order to recollect again, they're revising it. No, that is wrong. Revision is not for recollecting whatever is lost. No, revision is about, see, what is the main purpose of revision is to create more and more effectiveness or more and more grip on the concept. That is the purpose of revision. Revision is for enhancing the grip, not to find the grip when it is lost. Please recollect. So what is cumulative revision? Now, revision is not a separate task from your preparation. Revision should be part and parcel of your preparation. When you are preparing, simultaneously you should be revising. So what is it exactly? Suppose, either you started on your own or you started listening to the coaching classes. Suppose day one you prepared some, one chapter is over in one subject. Let us assume few concepts over, or let us assume one chapter is over. Just for the sake of understanding, one chapter is over. Day 2 you read second chapter. Day 3 you read third chapter. Now 3 chapters over in a particular subject within 3 days. Let us assume. Fourth day, before going to fourth chapter, just give one more proper reading. Why one more? You already finished one, sir. So it is one more. So just give one proper reading. Sir, again if I have to read, it will take so. No, you already learned. You already read. Now, when you are looking at the same concept again, you are able to affirm yourself. You are just confirming. This is so and so. Oh, okay, I know. This is so and so. I know. This is so and so. I know. This is called affirmations, confirmations to yourself. So do clearly. Now then start fourth chapter. Then fifth chapter you came. Now what you have to do, before entering fifth chapter, 2, 3, 4 you revise. 2, 3, 4 you revise. 1 you leave it. Okay. Actually, what is the original technique is, you started first chapter. Of course, once you complete first chapter preparation, anyhow you revise once as a whole. Then go to the second chapter. Before going to third chapter, revise 1, 2. Then come to third. Before you go to fourth chapter, revise 1, 2, 3. Then go to the fourth chapter. Now fifth chapter. Before coming to the fifth chapter, ignore 1. 2, 3, 4 revise and then go to fifth chapter. Now starting sixth. Before entering sixth chapter, ignore 2. 3, 4, 5 you revise. Now what is happening is, you are doing minimum 2 times revision already in this approach. 2 times you are revising. Now you are doing it while you still remember. Now suppose the subject is having totally 12. 6th chapter finished. 7th chapter you are coming. What you have to do? 1 to 6 do one revision. Now immediately here you might have this doubt. Sir, if I have to revise 6 chapters means 50% syllabus means it takes a lot. No, it won't take. Why? Because all these chapters you revised immediately before you forget. So still the content is in your head. So when you're looking, you will just how it will be like. You will be just looking at each and every page and proceeding further. Your brain will adapt to that speed. You will analyze faster in this case. This is called cumulative revision. Revision is not something you do separately completely. Revision is something you do while you are preparing it, while you are doing first reading. At the time only revision also has to be done. So revision is not a separate task. Revision is not something that you do after you forget everything. Revision is something that you do while you still remember, for enhancing your command. I hope you understood what is cumulative revision. I made a very clear-cut video exclusively on cumulative revision very long ago, 1.5 to 2 years ago. You just search on YouTube, Harsha space cumulative revision, you will find rounds. That video you will find. You just watch it. Some 2 years back I uploaded. I hope you got it. So that's cumulative revision. So I think I covered that topic. Now, every one of you has to learn the subject conceptually. What is conceptual learning? Since I'm an audit faculty, I will take audit example. Okay. Or I'll take tax example. I think now I'm going to start income tax. So you will understand much more clearly. What is conceptual learning? If you try to remember the subject as it is not that easy. It is very difficult. Rather, try to understand logically the subjects. Logically, you should understand. For example, uh, let me take an easy provision. How to compute capital gains? What is the format of capital gains? If I ask anybody, sir, full value of consideration, less transfer expenses, then net consideration, then less cost of acquisition, cost of improvement, then capital gain, then minus 54 series exemption, this much. This student will try to remember this like anything. Many times he will refer and then only he will get this idea. Instead of that, what is, see, capital gains means what? Gain means what? Profit. How to compute profit? Sale minus cost. Correct? No? Now, you see all the heads of income. In all the heads of income, how to calculate income under a particular head of income? It is just like revenue minus expenditure is equal to income. That's it. In income from salary, revenue means gross salary. Expenses means deductions. Net salary, which is taxable. In house property, revenue minus expense is equal to income. Revenue means gross annual value. Net taxable means in between deductions. Deductions means what? What are the deductions we have? Municipal taxes we have. Then 30% of NAV we have. Then interest on borrowed loan we have. These are the expenses. Revenue is gross annual value. Expenses are municipal taxes, all this. Then income. So in salaries also, income minus expense is equal to profit. House property also, income minus expense is equal to profit. Capital gains. In capital gains also, sale minus purchase is equal to cost. Now in capital gain, instead of calling it as sale, we are calling it as full value of consideration for non-depreciable asset. Expenses are what? Transfer expense, cost of acquisition, cost of improvement, then profit. You see, ideally, everywhere it is sale minus cost is equal to profit. Names are only different. If you try to figure out these kinds of logical understanding, that is called conceptual learning. Able to understand. I'm just giving one example. Another example, suppose in a CA Inter, I take this always, CA final also, CARO. Every one of you know, right? Company auditor report order. So CARO means everybody can tell, sir, there are 21 clauses, clause numbers, all that. But nobody, many, until they listen to my audit marathon, many students don't know where CARO will come in the audit report. They don't know. First of all, they don't even know that CARO will come in the audit report. They don't even know that. They think CARO is something we do. Whenever we are reading something, what is this implication? Where it will affect? Where it will impact? If you do not understand that, means you are not learning conceptually. You are mugging up. If you know the implications of what you are reading, only then you are learning conceptually. Hope you understood. Next. One more question. Just a minute. How to improve focus and consistency? How to improve the focus and consistency? Remember, like some students may say, sir, I'm preparing, suddenly I'm being diverted. I'm getting different thoughts. I'm unable to focus on the studies. I'm feeling depressed sometimes. There are so many problems in my family. Believe me, everyone will have more or less similar situations like you. Believe me, you have a different set of problems. They will have different set of problems. Everybody in this earth, in this entire universe, every species having problems. Problems are common. It's all about our approach towards it. Getting it? Now, if you are unable to focus, if you are unable to concentrate for too long, if you're not able to work consistently, what is the mantra? Just think of, what if I fail? How many phases I should face? How many I should face? So many people around me I should face. They judge me that I am not intelligent, I am dumb, all that they judge me. You just think of your failure once. Immediately you will feel scared and start. Again, I'm not telling you to be afraid of failure. No. Just to think of, okay, if I fail, the problems, whatever I'm going to face, will continue again. If I am successful, all these problems will be closed. Have this attitude. Remember, you are joining CA. I don't know. I joined into CA just to come out of my poverty, honestly speaking. Getting it? Poverty means it's not economics definition of poverty. Everybody will feel something as poverty. A person is having a very good super bike may feel his poverty. Getting it? It's all about thoughts. Where you want to, what you want to become, what you want to get. Getting it? And where are you? So imagine continuously your dreams. Imagine continuously what you want in life. If you do not do this now, because see, remember, education alone is not way to success. But you have chosen education as a route for your life success. In order to succeed in your life, you have chosen education path. That to CA course you have chosen. Now just imagine, what if I fail? All my dreams will be shattered. Just to think of in this angle. Definitely you will come into track. Whenever you feel diverted, just think of it. Getting it? Generally, people who are working like us, like I'm having education institute. Some people are doing job. What is motivating factor for them? For every one of us, commitments. The next month, whatever financial obligations we have, these commitments primarily makes us working. Honestly. Secondarily, of course, the passion, all that. Getting it? But primarily, whoever have entered into any profession or any business, primarily, whenever the organization is growing, their personal finances, everything will grow. When they are growing, commitments also will increase. Naturally, they work for the commitments. I'm openly telling you the secret. Nobody is so dedicated. They have commitments. That's it. Okay, you can say, sir, big billionaires and all, they can happily relax. No, they can't. Once you enter into race, so many will be waiting to point you, saying you're a failure. We don't want to listen that. So running. So whenever I feel I'm not motivated for 2 days, whenever I feel I'm not working properly for 2 to 3 days, immediately think of, oh my god, what if I lost this academy, entire name and fame, whatever I got if I lost, what happened? Oh my god. Immediately I'll come back and work. Just think of in this way. Motivate yourself. Dream. Keep bigger dreams. Getting it, definitely you will achieve. I think so comprehensively. Oh my god, 46 minutes. I hope you understood what I'm trying to tell you clearly. Okay, all the very best. Have a nice time. And if at all you skipped the video and came until here, just go back and watch from the beginning. There's so many points beautifully articulated. Okay, that's it. Have a nice time. All the very best.